Good morning, Unity. Good morning, world. Let's just take a moment to come together, heart, mind, and soul, embracing everyone in this room, everyone joining us online, and then expanding that feeling of oneness to all people everywhere. Let's let our hearts and minds go to those places of conflict where we just envision the truth of oneness and hold that oneness for every heart, knowing that it is truly in every one of us, that spirit of love, of light, of connection.
It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart and open up both your eyes. We can all without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, by and by.
It's in every one of us. I just remember, it's like I've been sleeping for years. I'm not awake as I can be, but my seeing's better. I can see through the tears. I've been realizing that I bought this ticket and watching only half of the show. But there is scenery and lights and the cast of thousands who all know what I know. And it's
It's in every one of us, by and by. It's in every one of us. You and I.
Now we take this time to bless our children, our youth, and let them bless us. So we're just going to ask you to come rolling on out here, remembering we also probably have some youth elsewhere in other rooms. And if you'd like to join me, I'm just going to hold up my hands and feel this light and energy flowing to them as we say, we love you. We bless you. We see your divine light shining. Now go and don't do anything that we are going to be scared of. But have a wonderful time. I think we might, okay. We received their blessing silently today. And did you feel it? Did you feel it? Let's give them a hand.
It's in every one of us. So let's take that thought on that journey inward as we open with prayer. Let us take this time to turn within and become still, releasing all thoughts and concern, blocking out all the issues and challenges of the day. Let us take this time to ascend in consciousness and feel our oneness with that source, that higher power, the God within. I am aware of that connection with the one presence, one power in the universe and in my life, my world, and my affairs. In this stillness and quietness, I realize and accept God's will for me, which is health, wholeness, energy, and vitality. I know that the divinity within me manifests as health and wholeness, and I feel this divine presence expressing in every aspect of my being. I know that our healing is ordained and that it comes from within. Let us continuously and faithfully declare that we are healed and made whole right here, right now. And so it is. Amen. So welcome to Unity on this cool, damp morning. And it is Potluck Sunday, and bring a friend, so I hope you did. So, for all those who are brand new with us today, I hope you've received a welcome packet, and if not, if you'll raise your hand, the ushers can find you and bring you a packet. We welcome you, we bless you, and we are so glad you are here with us today. And now I believe Sherry would like to light the candle.
Well, I would like to light the candle. When I'm asking a friend of mine to join me, I want to give thanks for Ruth and light the candle not only for Ruth, but for all of you in this congregation who give so much and who have been with me through so many things and so many times, and you love me anyway, so you say, and I love you back. And the candle is lit for all of you wonderful people. Bless you always. And so it is. Amen.
I think we need to hire Ruth to just do the candle, and whoever wants to speak can speak. Good morning, and hi to everyone on the internet watching. I have to say it's wonderful to be able to watch it online, but when you're here in person, there is an energy that can't be beat. So if we can move to our very unique sign, if you all could take a moment to just silence your cell phones, put them in meditation mode so they won't interrupt the service. As you know, our June bulletin is out and it is posted on the website. So if you don't have a physical copy, you can get it on the website. And if you have any prayer requests, our beloved Julia here is the person to get in touch with. Her phone number is right up there. And if you're here in person, you can fill out a prayer card and put it in the box in the foyer. After the service today, we've got Piper in the foyer, and YFM is doing a fundraiser to raise some money. And it is count how many seeds are in the jar, and they're going to be there 3 Sundays in a row. So please go out and buy tickets. I believe she'll tell you.
I know how many are in there because it was my job to count them all.
Oh, good job. And then, as Inga said earlier, it is our first Sunday potluck today, and I know that some of you have brought friends because I've already met some of you, so welcome and enjoy the food that is presented. Tuesday, we've got our Behind the Lens scene seminar, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that movie. Thank you. And it's with Tom Blank, who does questions and answers before and after the movie. So please come and join. It's $5 if you haven't paid for the series, $30 for the series, which is 12 movies, so a good deal. Also on Tuesday at 7 is Unity's Men's Circle in the upstairs Fillmore wing, and they meet on the first and third Tuesday of each month. And then this Wednesday is our first Wednesday of the month, and we have John West, who's on the piano, and Stephen Parsons, who lead this chanting and meditation service. So come and open to the infinite spirit within through the timeless practice of chanting our way into deep meditation. And on Thursday, we have the Parents Empowered by Connecting group, and they meet in the garden room from 6:30 to 7:30. And they meet on the first Thursday of the month, but I believe they might be taking a couple of months off this summer, so you might want to come and check it out. Next Sunday, we have Unity Regional Representative, Reverend Carrie Kenyon, who will be speaking on Through the Eyes of an Ego. So, all right, and then upcoming Saturday, June 29th, the Circle of Men, A Journey of the Heart, is a workshop being held in the upstairs Fillmore wing. Join Jim Drews for this first, it's a free all-day intro workshop, and if you look in the June bulletin on page 6, you'll find all the information about that. And then this one, as you know, our beloved Ellen Johnson passed away earlier this year. And she was our opener, and she filled a lot of roles here. We miss her a great deal, but we need to plug up some areas of volunteering, and being an opener is one of them, and that is, I'm looking for 1 to 2 people who can serve one Sunday a month. You come in before anybody else, except for maybe Ryan, back in the sound booth. And you open up the church, and you make sure that people have the water, lights are on, heat, AC, all of that good stuff. So if you are interested and you can help out, please sign up in the fellowship hall. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina. I have a couple of announcements. The first one is I'd like to ask all of you to please hold in your hearts and prayers. We have several people who have some family health issues going on, in particular with mothers. Paul's mother fell and has a brain aneurysm thing happening, and Donovan's mother is in Coos Bay not doing so well, and Julianne's mother and Julianne are both facing some challenges, and those are just a few. I know each of you may have your own issues, but I would love for us to close our eyes for a moment and just envision all these people not sick, not suffering, but envision them smiling, radiant, with health vibrating through every cell of their being. And I also would love for each of you to just hold these people when you see them and let them know how much we care. We help each other through here. Thank you. And on a much lighter note, I have to introduce some wonderful guests that we have here today, Beth Green and James Maynard. They're doing today some special music. They're actually going to combine the meditation and the first special music, and we get to hear their beautiful healing sounds. And then next Sunday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on June 9th, they're giving a concert here, and Beth is going to bring several instruments and be playing many things, and I guarantee you it will be a healing experience. They are called the Kindred Spirits Band. You get a nice sampling of their beautiful music today. Please do join us. We have advance tickets on sale in the foyer. It's a $15 suggested donation, but we don't want money to keep anyone out, so you pay what you can. That's just our suggestion, and we look forward to seeing you then. So with that, let's rise and sing The Heart of Truth.
This is a call and response. So if you can understand what I'm saying, you don't even need to look at the words up on the screen. You can look around at each other. Everyone is invited to the heart of truth.
Everyone is invited to the heart of truth.
And it's always calling like a song we knew.
And it's always calling like a song we knew.
Long ago when we first came from the heart of truth.
Long ago when we first came from the heart of truth.
And it's always been here in the heart of you.
And it's always been here in the heart of you.
And everything is one when you know where it's from.
Everything is one when you know where it's from.
We're streaming from the one like colors of the sun.
We're streaming from the one like colors of the sun.
From the heart of truth.
From the heart of truth.
But everything is one when you know where it's from.
And everything is one when you know where it's from.
We're streaming from the one like colors of the sun.
We're streaming from the one like colors of the sun.
From the heart of truth.
From the heart of truth.
Right here in me and you.
Right here with me and you.
Everyone is invited to the heart of truth.
Everyone is invited to the heart of truth.
And it's always calling like a song we knew.
And it's always calling like a song we knew.
Long ago when we first came from the heart of truth.
Long ago when we first came from the heart of truth.
And it's always been here in the heart of you.
And it's always been here in the heart of you.
Hey! And everything is one when you know where it's from.
And everything is one when you know where it's from.
We're streaming from the one like colors of the sun.
Streaming from the one like colors of the sun.
From the heart of truth.
From the heart of truth.
And everything is one when you know where it's from.
And everything is one when you know where it's from.
We're streaming from the one like colors of the sun.
Streaming from the one like colors of the sun.
From the heart of truth.
From the heart of truth.
We're part of it all.
We're part of it all.
The Spirit's in all.
The Spirit's in all.
In the heart of truth.
In the heart of truth.
Right here in me and you.
Right here in me and you.
Oh yeah, give each other a hand.
Hi, everyone. My God, it's so wonderful to see people live, in person, in the flesh. So I'm Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks, and that's
And I'm James
Maynard.
Maynard. I'm her counterpart.
So I want to just talk very little, but tell you that I basically only improvise. So I never know what I'm going to play. It's not based on a song or a structure. I just play whatever I'm guided to play. And my poor husband, who is a singer, has had to adjust. So
That's right.
that's right. So I sit down and play, and he has to improvise too. So we have to improvise at the same time. And we started this new thing, which is a guided experience that he is going to improvise while I'm improvising the music. And we have no idea. But we have a theme because Laura asked me for a theme. What is our theme, Laura? It's on there. Connecting to your soul, words and music to go deep.
Yeah,
So-
music to go deep.
Right. Hopefully, we'll do something to that theme, but it's up to God.
Turn within, close your eyes, and turn within you. Let's begin to go deeper and deeper inside. Connect with your spirit, with your soul. Imagine that you are a microcosm of the macrocosm, and all that is divine is you. enter your inner universe and behold the wonders that are there. Knowing that you are made in the image of the Creator, you are the creator of your inner universe. You have a vast universe within, comprised of billions of souls, trillions of atoms, a vast inner space. Experience what that feels like. Feel the joy of the music. Behold the wonder. Enter into that peace that is everlasting. Feel and know that you are one with all. A profound serenity, a quiet joy within. Feel that joy radiating out from you to all creation. Allow yourself to feel a deep appreciation of the beauty and the wonder, the miracle of creation. And the miracle of your soul within. Animating you in your life. God bless you.
Okay, now I'm going to improvise my entire talk so I can try to beat that. That was lovely. Let's continue this energy that James and Beth have created. Imagine the vibration of oneness moving through you now. And I'm going to create a vibration if you want to join me on this tone, if possible. If not, find another one. Just keeping that humming going. Just keeping that going, but remembering to breathe too. Feeling that vibration. We are vibrating with the atoms, with the stars, with the universe. Feeling this oneness that we are. We envision places like the Middle East struggling to find this oneness. Knowing the magic of oneness is that it is both a means, it is something we practice, and it is the end that we are seeking to achieve. As Gandhi said, the means is the end. And we feel this vibration moving not only through those trouble spots in the world, but to all those communities and churches and groups of people which are seeking oneness. And we just hold this truth for every family, for every individual, for every life. We hold this vibration of oneness. And now we just rest and let that humming go, just holding the feeling. Just holding the feeling of the vibration for the rest of our time together. Heck, why not for the rest of your time on this earth? That would be nice, wouldn't it? I think of those places like the Middle East where there are some people who say, I am ready to hold the energy of oneness, which includes forgiveness. It includes kindness, acceptance, even for those others who may have attacked and killed our people. Because if I don't practice oneness, then how do we get to oneness? And there are these people in this world who are really, truly willing to set aside all resentment towards people who have damaged their lives. And it is a mysterious power that they are exerting, isn't it? You've heard of those people who've said, you killed my father, but I forgive you. You see, they're practicing this mysterious power of oneness as a means to reach the end of oneness. What a beautiful mystery that is. What a beautiful circle that is. And then I think of all the people in communities like this who have such smaller complaints than those people, and yet we struggle to practice oneness. And so it is mysterious, isn't it? How can somebody forgive someone who killed a family member, yet I can't forgive the grocery clerk who gave me the wrong change? Or I can't forgive, I can't let go, I can't release something because I am determined to achieve the oneness by not practicing oneness. It doesn't work. Doesn't work, does it? So let's try to experience that circle, that practicing the means. And first of all, before we do that and come all the way full circle to experiencing oneness deeply within us, I just want to give you a little touch of where we're heading. We're going to be talking about the science of oneness. We're going to practice it and see how we can practice it in our spiritual community and in our lives. And then we're going to close with experiencing, bringing it full circle into oneness. So the science of oneness is really interesting. I read about a study that was done in Germany, and I'm going to trust that the Germans are basically just like us. Inga, isn't that basically true? She says yes. Okay, and they studied over 60,000 people with the analysis of what does it do for people who think in terms of oneness, who think in terms of there is a common principle connecting us all. And they even figured out the difference between whether or not they felt oneness, regardless of religious belief, whether they were atheist or not. And what they determined was that those who felt oneness, the idea, I'll read this, people who believe in oneness, the idea that everything in the world is connected and interdependent, appear to have greater life satisfaction than those who don't, regardless of whether they belong to a religion or don't, according to this research of over 60,000 people. As a matter of fact, when you've heard of studies that say religion increases your life satisfaction. When they removed the oneness part of that, the effect of the religion disappeared. So it's the power of oneness that gives our religion, our faith, or just our experience of oneness, whether or not we have religion or not, it gives us the satisfaction. So I find that to be really amazing. And then when you take oneness and you extend it into action, into kindness, then the research is amazing. It actually brings elephants and cats together, sitting on park benches all around the city. It's amazing. So some of these practices of oneness, kindness, helping others, and volunteering, just witnessing acts of kindness produces oxytocin, which aids in lowering blood pressure and improving our overall heart health. Oxytocin is also increases our self-esteem and optimism. And I believe our bookstore offers oxytocin in the form of inspiring books. About half of participants in one study reported that they feel stronger and more energetic after helping others. Many also reported feeling calmer and less depressed with increased feelings of self-worth. Giving help to others protects our overall health twice as much as aspirin protects against heart disease. And I take a little aspirin. So that's a little reminder. As I take my little aspirin, I should also remember twice as powerful of that is giving help to others. People 55 and older who volunteer for 2 or more organizations. For example, you could volunteer for Unity and then sign up with our Angel Network with Julia. And that counts as 2 organizations. They achieve an impressive 44% lower likelihood of dying early. This is a stronger effect than exercising 4 times a week or going to church. So, shall we all head out the door? Well, fortunately, this is a church that incorporates oneness. And so you're really getting more bang for your time here if you don't just come to church, but you feel the vibration of oneness, if you remember. How am I practicing oneness? So let's get into practicing oneness in our community here. And I'm going to talk about 4 different ways. And as I do this, think about your strengths and your weaknesses in all these ways. I believe all of us have strengths and weaknesses in how we practice oneness. And then you can say to yourself, if I've got a strength, am I using it? And if I've got a weakness, can I lift it up a notch and stretch myself? So the first of the 4 ways is, I'm going to suggest that you have a baseline, that kind of low, at the very bottom of your activity here, that you have a baseline of interested friendliness in people you don't know. So what that means is that when you come here, notice if your weakness is to tend to avoid people you don't know. And I'm suggesting kind of lift up your baseline so that there is a sense of interest in those who you've never seen before. And that means being willing to walk up and say something friendly. And in this way, your heart health is going up, like we said, all the other things. So if you've got to do it just for yourself, do it. But one way or the other, it's going to come full circle within you and you will feel the benefits. Number 2, it's best to shine our light through friendliness even to people we feel an aversion to. Think about that. Now, I know I've never caused anybody to feel an aversion to me, and maybe you have gone into a room and felt people were avoiding you for some reason. But the point here is not to make yourself the object, but to think about other people and to think about how you are shining your light. Are you able to do it even when you feel an aversion? And now I'm going to give you an exception, and that is if our non-egoic inner wisdom directs us to avoid outer contact, of course. Listen to that inner wisdom, but try to discern if it's your ego, if it's your fear, versus a deep inner wisdom which says, that person is sneezing and coughing to high heaven, and I think I'm going to step over here. Of course, we can always silently radiate our light, and that's part of the practice of oneness, isn't it? Even if for some reason, maybe somebody has said to you, hey, stay away from me. That ever happened to you? Oh, I won't take your hands, but let's just assume that sometime in your life. I think my mother said that to me once or twice. Now, imagine that there is that kind of friction between you and somebody, and imagine if instead of you imagining oneness is going to somehow happen in your heart and mind by feeling resentment, imagine if instead you said, I'm going to silently radiate my light to that person. Notice if this is your weakness or your strength, and then say to yourself, if it's my strength, am I using it? And if it's my weakness, can I lift it up a notch? Going to the next 3 and 4. Remember that because we are one, we all have an ego which has caused division. And we all have a divine essence which has the power to unite. Now, why is this an important practice? Because a lot of times, our complaint, our aversion to somebody else, is because we think about the thing they did that caused separation, right? Now, this practice is reminding yourself, I too have an ego that at some point has caused division. So who am I? Who am I to go around creating more division out of a sense of superiority that I've never done what they've done? As a matter of fact, whenever I take in the fact that somebody is holding on to some friction with somebody else, perhaps because somebody said something bad, person B said something about person A, and person A is upset about it, I have to stop person A and say, but listen to what you are saying about person B. In almost every case where somebody has a feeling of resentment because somebody said something bad about them, you can find in this person's history that they've said something, I'd say about 90% of the time, that's true. So again, remember, we are all one, and we're more alike than we realize. And so we get to this final point. Remember that each time we hold back our kindness and our sense of oneness from others because it's a stretch, and that's when it's tough, right? You come into church, all the people are smiling, I love you, so nice to see, oh, there's that person. That is when it's most important. That's when you're stretching yourself. That's when you're lifting your baseline. And I know this is the tough thing to do in life, isn't it? This is the tough thing to do, to stretch beyond our normal baseline of oneness, to reach out, to not presume yourself superior, to forgive. There are several reasons why we can't do this. Where am I? I'm just going to stay. Is somebody competing with me back there? I like to fumble alone when I fumble. Okay. You know, there are several reasons, and one of them is that we come into church sometimes, into this community center, and we say, I'm the one who needs to be reached out to. And I understand that. I mean, that may be where you're at. That's okay. But just notice how that serves you. Because if you insist on staying there where I am the one who needs, perhaps you're a newcomer. I am a newcomer. Nobody's reaching out to me. Unity is a place for us to come and grow, and that means to stretch ourselves, not to walk in and say, I'm a rubber band, stretch me, stretch me. You see, rubber bands don't usually stretch that way. We have to, it's incredible. The power, the mysterious power of oneness is when we stretch, the universe does what? You don't know yet? Nobody stretched yet? Come on, what happens? When you stretch, what does the universe do? Great, I love it. All sorts of answers. And that's exactly right. It does all sorts of things, but mostly good things. Mostly good things. So we come in and we need others to reach out to us. And I'm saying, yeah, but you're going to find that doesn't work. It doesn't really serve you in the long run. Because it sets you up for disappointment. The Buddha said the greatest reason for suffering is desire. And you set yourself up to not receive your desire. And then the other reason why is that we don't stretch ourselves is because we're holding on to some resentment. And we've talked about that. So let's get full circle now. We practiced oneness. And now in your handout, I've given you a meditation. I don't want you to read it now, but take it home. It's a very simple meditation to experience oneness. It's not just like acting as if you're one. It's feeling it. It's soaking it in, as our wonderful guests, James and Beth, were helping us do. And so we meditate. So often we try to still our mind, but instead of trying to still your mind, do a practice like the one I've written down for you, where you get to soak in the reality, the feeling of oneness. Because the more we do that, then the more we are living in that vibration. Imagine that vibration of oneness. Imagine all the great masters, what they feel as they would walk into this room. They would be perceiving every one of us as waves on the ocean of life, instead of fussing about who splashed who. right? So let's begin our hum again. Let's begin our vibration. Feeling that vibration, knowing we are all part of it. We feel this oneness with all people, and we let that oneness extend out to everyone. We embrace them with love and light. And then we just feel so appreciative of this deepest truth, this mysterious power of oneness, the scientific benefits of oneness, of heart health, energy, happiness, lifespan. We can practice oneness in community by having a baseline of interested friendliness and shining our light even when we feel an aversion. And recalling that we have all divided because of our ego, and we can all unite because of the power of oneness within us. And that holding back our light out of a vain attempt to create something better by holding back our light and our oneness and our love deprives ourselves. And let us remember every day to spend some time living in that ocean of oneness where we are all one, feeling that energy and shining it to everyone. And just hold on to that deep calm as our musicians come forward. After consulting with our music director, we are going to do our offering and lead into our music.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Beth and James, for your beautiful meditation and music. This is the time in our service when we gather our offerings with love, appreciation, where we think of the incredible prosperity that we all experience, both in our lives here, in our beautiful community of Eugene, Oregon, as well as our beautiful unity of the Valley. And as Ted reminded you last week, this beautiful church has been here for 80 years, through seasons of spring and summer, winter and fall, through pandemics, through wars, through hardships, through times of abundance. We have stood and weathered those storms, and we are so happy to be here today. And it is through the contributions, the support, the volunteering of our beautiful community that continues to take place. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all that you do to continue this prosperity. And these are not the best times financially for any of us, so we especially appreciate the offerings and everything you do to support us. And you will find a little more information here. If you'd like to look into the bulletin, there's a little excerpt from the Board of Trustees. So now together, please join me as we speak our offering affirmation. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have and all that I give and all that I receive. I give in love and I trust God. Thank you, Beth. That was extraordinarily beautiful. You filled us, every cell of our beings, with radiant light. We are so grateful. And thank you, James, for being here with us. And music team, and ushers and greeters, and folks in the kitchen, our beautiful people in the sound booth, the people that teach our children. Thank you all so much. It takes a village to put together our beautiful ministry, and we so deeply appreciate each and every one of you. You are the life force that keeps our heart beating here at Unity. So, and I want to remind you that we have prayer chaplains who would be happy to meet with you after the service on this side of the sanctuary. So please join me as we bless this offering. Divine Spirit, come, O come, join us in the oneness of love, the oneness of truth, and the oneness of light. Unite us as beings, as co-creators in thy image, as we bless this offering, that it may multiply and go forth into the world, blessing all those in need. We envision a world at peace where all souls know the divinity of their oneness in the light and love of the Creator. Amen.
Please rise and join us for our peace song. Thank you.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous smile.